Okay, give me 1 second to fix this. I don't know what the hell just happened. Like, OBS just lost its damn mind when my internet just disconnected for a second, so... Whoever the hell's doing something in my neighborhood, kindly knock it the hell off. So I apologize to all viewers and stuff like that about what just happened. If I had control over it, believe me, I would make sure my internet never went out. Oops, wrong button. Ooh, the Perrin's available. So to reiterate what I was saying before, I don't know what the hell just happened. My net just randomly disconnected. So if one of my neighbors is screwing around with the post again, they're going to have an object about the size of a baseball whizzing by their head. If it's my ISP, there's not exactly much I can do there other than, you know, rip them a new one. Because, you know, when I'm shelling out about $100 a freaking month for the product and it keeps doing this crap, oh yeah, I'm less than happy. Let's see, from Tristan to the Gawain. Like how they're named after knights for the kinetic types. Then down to Arthur, which is technically worse, but ooh, look at that sensor performance, though. Yeah, baby. Vasily don't look too bad either. But I do love the Kerma. Let's see, what's the performance on the Kerma? Right, so the camera performance is pretty low overall. Right now, I think the best bet is actually going to be... Wait, what's your... Let's go to you. Because I'm not really doing a stylized look. I'm going for performance. So I'm on the best. You know, I love how I disconnect, and now my title for the stream is fucking relevant. Like, I did it as a joke at first, but not anymore now. Ooh. Oh, you mean to tell... There's a way I can have my cake and eat it too? So, hey, let's trade up to these bad boys and... Oh my god, that just... Firepower! Oh my god! So now I am carrying an ungodly amount of explosives. I am right there at my load capacity, though. My god, it's like Daemon X Machina all over again. Yeah. Damn, boy, thick! Now, I'm ready for whatever the game wants to throw at me. Because, yes, I'm going to be burning through my ammo faster. That's hardly the issue, though. Considering whatever comes my way is going to have to deal with 2 guns being fired right in their face, and about 6 rockets heading their way every second. We're set. Because worst case, I can always find the garage and change to the tank. Let's see how my controller's doing on power. Doing good.
A year elapsed as the Resistance lay poised in silence. Now marked the long-awaited rise to action. An engineering team was sent into the city to sabotage Father's surveillance system, a universal symbol of his power. Tensions and stakes were high. The future of the Resistance hinged entirely on the success of this operation. The engineering team, having accomplished their objective, started to make their escape. The city had undergone a complete transformation over the past year. Now, it existed only to serve Father. The final battle was close at hand.
We just heard from the engineering team. The executive sector is inundated with city police.
Leon, how long do you plan to keep covering for that kid?
We're not paying you for advice, Rosary. You'll do well to keep quiet.
Exactly, welcome back. So, I don't know what the hell happened.
Just getting on my nerves, that's
I just get a disconnection notice. So, as I was trying to say,
not leader material.
you're right, the Arthur does look a lot like the Jagan. It really does.
Get in there and wipe out all hostiles.
And I actually do have the Master Grade Jagan. It's one of my favorite kits.
Jeez.
Like, you don't even have to have modeling experience. You can get this, cut it off the runners, and you don't even have to sticker it, decal it, detail it, whatever.
And some fast-moving recon types too.
Just trim it,
Take up
and
the
you're
key
set.
cards if you want to engage 'em.
And it's like a
These guys are bad
2-hour
news.
assembly, essentially. Like 2-3 hours at most.
Dude. Okay, rookie. You heard her. Time to show your stuff. okay with him talking to you like that?
Nah, I don't care. He's always been like that.
Let's see. Until Section 2. Because this is the mission. Really? I actually didn't know that was the mark of Pat labor and stuff like that. Like, because I've actually like.
System, combat mode.
It's disgusting of me to say this, but I've actually never seen Pat labor. I want to. But, you know, I have what's called Mecha Brain, where if there's subtitles and there's a giant robot on screen, I don't see the subtitles. So the only show I can watch with subtitles and stuff like that is, like, any tokusatsu, because I fucking love Kamen Rider. And certain Super Sentais. Yeah, I know, grow up, but never gonna happen. But the only show I can actually legitimately watch subtitled is, like, I'm a huge Mega Man fan. So I love Rockman EXE. And it pisses me off to no end that we had Mega Man here. Not once, but twice! And we didn't complete it either time! Because we had EXE here, which was NT Warrior. And we went to Series 2 of EXE, which was Access. We didn't do all of it, but we did enough of it to where it actually ended. But the thing is, Access ends on a cliffhanger that immediately sets up Series 3, which was Stream. We never did Stream.
Energy at 30% energy.
We never did any of the rest of it. Then when Toonami was airing, this was back before it went away for, like, what felt like 7 years, probably was. There was Mega Man Star Force over on Toonami Jetstream. And Star Force is Shooting Star Rockman, which was really good, by the way. Terribly short, but really good. Like, each episode of that one was about 10 minutes long. So, like, it wasn't terribly long. It had a lot of episodes, but a short runtime. And when we got our hands on that, they started combining episodes. So we have, like, you know, like, the standard fare of, like, the first few episodes. So there are 13 episodes to the American version. Or at least to the version that was, you know, dubbed. This put us at episode 25 of the subtitled version. Anyone want to take a guess at what episode 25 of was that might be, you know, considered a gigantic middle finger to anybody watching the show dubbed? It was the recap episode. It was recap with a preview of what's to come. And because Toonami Jetstream went under, because all of Toonami did, they released what they had as a box set. So they released a very much incomplete product. So in a way, the Mega Man Star Force box set in and of itself could be an EA product. You know. Oh yeah. Dude, Deno. What a fucking trip. I actually have the belt for Deno. I have the belt. I have the Keitaros. Like, I think we can all agree, Momotaro's, what a fucking joy he is. Like, Momo is hysterical. Oops! Like, I actually have a bunch of Kamen Rider. I've got, like, on digital, I've got the entirety of the first decade of Heisei. Yeah, you know what? You don't gotta be right. You know, like, the only Kamen Rider we take offense to is Hibiki. I'm sorry, Hibiki did not age well when it was first airing. But no, I even have the original Kamen Rider, dude. I have all 98 episodes of the original Kamen Rider from the early 70s. Or was it the late 70s? I can't remember. Was it the early or late 70s? I want to. Well, I know it predates Gundam by a while. Like, watching the original Kamen Rider, I'm on episode 2. Oh my god, when they get to the action scenes, it's like watching a Bruce Lee movie. It's incredible.
Not as bad as your attitude. Okay, rookie, you heard her. Time to show your stuff. Neutralize all enemies, but watch yourself.
Like, hell, man, if you ever want to, like, join the Discord group or something like that.
Rosie, you okay with him talking to you like that?
Nah,
Actually-
I don't care. He's always been like that.
Energy at 30%.
Hey, Dart, do me a favor and retrieve a link for the Discord group. And put it in the chat. Yeah, that would be Forze. Forze, oh my god. Like, you just can't hate Forze. People have tried. It's his fucking can-do attitude. You can't say no to him.
System. Scan mode. Energy.
Like, I have all the Kamen Riders up. Like, I'm working on Forze right now. I just got my hands on it. Fan sub, of course, because, you know, fucking Toei. Like, if we leave it up to Toei, they might put out the official translation in a decade or so. So yeah, welcome to the group. I'm over in there. You'll recognize my my little emblem there. I call it Suavatron because that's just Megatron from Transformers Prime wearing freaking googly glasses. Going. Ooh. But yeah, we do like. I've been meaning to be more active in the group. I've just been busy remodeling the house. Oh my god, get out of the crane!
Energy at 30%.
But with my computer and stuff like that through Discord, we've actually been able to do streams and stuff like that. So in one of my other groups for my YouTube channel, me and a buddy of mine, we've actually been watching Gundam Seed, and he's really been enjoying it. Like, he hasn't seen all that much of Gundam, but, you know, he's a big Ace Combat fan, so, like, which I can respect. Ace Combat is, you know, is the shit. Like, it is awesome.
To me, for God's sake. We need to bolt now. Wow. I've rarely ever seen you this uppity. Which means we're about to hit the jackpot.
Can you smile on a threat like this?
And we're all really chilling the group. Yes! Yes! Here we go!
Don't get too comfortable, you terrorist bastards. Those ACs of yours are about to get blown to smithereens.
Hey now, what the heck? I don't like the look of that.
Give us some data on the enemy, Rosary.
Data, right. The basic chassis seems to be the same as the one we saw before. But this one's got about 10 cars. Its main weapon
Now, see, I actually can't watch the compilations of
missiles and mid-range cannon fire too.
the Gundam movies. Like, I've tried. I really have. Like, that's how I first experienced Seed and Destiny. Because I had the compilation movies. But then, once I got my hands on, you know, like, the box sets,
Interesting.
oh my god!
Your only hope is to cripple each weapon individually. Either rush in close or shoot from outside their attack.
Like, once I saw, like, the full series and stuff like that, I just couldn't go back to watching, like, the special edition movies. Just seeing all the stuff that was cut out, that was amazing. It's just like I am a huge fan of the Appleseed franchise, and I own both the movies of and the series of Appleseed 13. And the thing is, the movies are just Appleseed 13, but shorter. And Appleseed 13 is about 12 or 13 episodes long. That ain't right.
System. Scan mode.
When the series is that short, you should not ever shorten it. That's like having, like, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid shortened. I'm sorry, no. You can't do that. You do not shorten something that wholesome.
Energy at 30%. Energy depleted.
And no, man, like, I'm not a person that dislikes old stuff, dude. Like, I grew up on, you know, like, I grew up on the, like, the original, like, watching with my grandpa. Like, I grew up on Bewitched, I Dream of Jeannie, I Love Lucy, The Monkees, George Burns and Gracie Allen. You know, I grew up on the classics, you know, like classic Three Stooges, too. And I really enjoy going back, and I love watching old stuff like that. Because, like, that was comedy which was good. Honestly, if you want to get into it, I would just start with Seed. It's the one that everybody gives it the most flack for, but Seed is really good. Because the easiest way I can describe it is Seed is a, Seed and Destiny is a eugenics war, essentially. Or if you want to look at it this way, creator versus creation. Wing is pretty good too. It's kind of slow though. I'm not discrediting Wing or anything like that because I grew up with that too. But Wing compared to Seed is pretty slow. But if you want brutal, you want fast action, a killer soundtrack, and you want to just see, you know, machines beating the living crap out of each other, Iron-Blooded Orphans. Please be advised, though, IBO will give you a major case of the feels.
Energy at 30%. Energy depleted.
Like IBO. Fantastic series. Like, really good story, amazing soundtrack. One of the single worst collections of model kits I have ever laid my fingers on.
System. Combat mode.
Like, I have all the UC stuff, too. Like, I am a hardcore collector. I have all the UC. If it's Mobile Suit Gundam, I have it. Let me just put it that way.
System. Scan mode.
Oh god, I did not realize I'm that low on health already. Also, where is the fucking scrap? Like, IBO it's different. Like, IBO, the technology got so advanced that they had to resort to, you know, beating each other with sharpened sticks. Like, because I have SD Gundam Cross Rays over on Steam, and if you want to see a long match, use anything from Gundam Seed against anything from Iron-Blooded Orphans. Because in Gundam Seed, the armor system made physical weapons weaker, and that's basically all IBO was physical weapons. And in IBO, the armor system made beam weapons basically useless, and that's basically all Seed was. Okay, Echo is down, which means...
Energy at 30%.
And Crossrays is not what we would call a traditional... Like, it's a traditional SD game for sure. It's basically Advance Wars, kind of. Or if you've ever played the franchise, Disgaea. Yeah, pretty much. Like, you'd have to get up right close. Like, I'm talking like, you know, dual-wielding Heat Hawks. Yeah, you know, I keep forgetting because, you know, see, I've never really played Fire Emblem, so...
Scan mode.
Like, I know, oh my god, you call yourself a gamer and you never played Fire Emblem? Well, the games are expensive!
Shoulder. Ammo at 30%.
Also, I'm kind of lazy to emulate them, if I'm being honest.
Scan mode.
And the worst part is, I think I have them. I think I have every Fire Emblem for the Game Boy Advance. Just somewhere on my computer. But I just don't freaking have the time to check. Wait a minute, I got another reading. Okay, that's Garage 2. Garage 1's behind me. And Echo was that way. But near Garage 2
System. Energy at 30%.
was Scrap Alpha.
System. Scan mode.
And I know there are 5 pieces of scrap here. Because I already found Echo. God, that lens flare! I love it! It's so cursed, I love it!
Energy depleted.
Oh yeah, next piece is out here. Or I thought it was. Nope, my death is out here! Alright, this is where the Avis R was. Yeah, like, I've played Disgaea. Disgaea is a fucking nightmare, man. Like, I can say that without a shadow of a doubt. Like, I have Disgaea for the PSP. Oh my god. Plus, you know, I play Neptunia as well. Like, Neptunia is kind of like Disgaea, but not really. It has the same level cap of 9,999, which means something in that game is not right when they feel that you need you need a level in the thousands. Oh, no. Do not even mention that. Prinny Ball. Oh my god.
System. Scan mode.
Like, I have never seen a damn penguin hit for tens of billions of damage before.
System. Scan mode.
Like, that is asinine. You show up, penguin pulls out a sword, and then he puts the sword away, and the party just falls over dead. That is OP as hell. I love the anime, though. The Disgaea anime is so good. Of course, I also do some games in Japanese, like I'm a huge fan of LBX, so that means I played Danball Senki. Oh, there's the collection. Yeah. Dude, people who say they grind have never played a Disgaea game. Ever. You want to talk about grind. Try grinding like one stage 1,000 times just to get one character to about level 500.
Energy depleted.
People do not know the struggle until they try playing a Disgaea game.
Shoulder. Ammo depleted. Left arm. Ammo at 30%.
Like, Disgaea in and of itself, it's a tactics game. What? Like, are we sure From Software did not have a hand in this series?
Scan mode.
Like, absolutely sure. Because Disgaea is borderline unfair. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I thought, oh, okay, I have an entire party of max-level characters. I've got the ultimate weapons, I've got the ultimate attacks, I've got the ultimate everything. I'm completely prepared. Then Ball one-shot the entire party. And then Disgaea is worse. Like I have a love-hate relationship with that franchise. I really do. Because I love it to death. But when you beat the game, you should have the option of telling it when you want to go to New Game Plus, not doing it automatically. And depending on one of the 20 different endings you go for in Disgaea, your next playthrough may be even worse because you screwed up one text or one dialogue option. I don't even want to think. I don't even want to think about bosses that hard. Like, I got PTSD enough from trying to play Prinny. The game gives you 1,000 lives. What the fuck kind of game gives you 1,000 lives?
Take evasive action.
Not bad. Looks like you're actually doing something.
And the game only gets harder after dying 1,001 times. Like, that is insult to injury at that point.
Scan mode.
Yeah, good God, dude! And the worst part is, get ready for it, they brought Prinny to the Switch.
System. Scan mode.
So now, instead of destroying an entire system, you're just breaking a controller. Yes! Pain HD!
You are leaving the mission area. Turn back immediately.
Where is it? Okay, I need a garage, like, now?
Read you loud and clear.
Yeah, HP registers in the tens of thousands. Didn't realize I had 2,000 left.
Main system. Activating combat mode.
But yeah, man, it took me a while, but, like, I got, just for the Kamen Rider stuff, I got Kuga, Agito, Ryuki, Faiz, Blade, Hibiki, Kabuto, Den-O, what was after Den-O? Kiva, Decayed. I don't think I have... I think I forgot to grab double before they pulled it down. Oh, fuck me! But I do have O's. I love O's. Like, O's is, like... Oh! Yay, I had a save point. Like, have you ever heard any of the soundtrack from O's? Like, it is amazing.
Main system. Activating combat mode.
Man, Rosie, we gotta get out of here.
Keep your voice down, RD. You're sitting right next to me, for God's sake.
We need to bolt down.
Oh, believe me, like,
Hardly ever seen you this uppity.
like, Kabuto is probably one of my go-tos. It's not really serious and stuff like that. It's, but I will warn you, never watch Kabuto if you're hungry.
We'll be able to commence our attack soon.
Kabuto is what actually got me back into the kitchen.
Don't get too comfortable, you terrorist bastards.
Because, like, the main character and stuff like that, well, here's the easiest way to sum it up. To walk the path is to be master of all things.
Look at that.
And so, of course, he's, like, Gordon Ramsay-level professional chef, too. But he's just doing this casually.
Chassis seems to be the same as the one we saw before. But this one's got about 10 cars. Each weapon appears to be a long-range mortar. Keep an eye out for missiles and mid-range cannon fire, too.
But how do we beat
Okay, time to get the fuck out of that area.
Seriously thinking about taking it on with an AC, are you? Don't be an idiot. You'll get massacred.
it? No, we don't have a choice.
But
The engineering
there are so many of that.
You're really serious, huh?
Food, metal... Okay, the one you're thinking about is, it's not food exactly. The one you're talking about is, Gaim. That's where they use, like, oranges and like, orange, they use lock seeds, which are, like, fruit-based transformation items. That one's pretty good from what I hear. Like, I actually, like, my friend in the other group I do for my channel, we've actually been, watching a bunch of Toku together, too.
Activating combat mode.
So, like, we've been, because he, just like everybody else I know, we grew up on, like, Power Rangers and whatnot. Fruit-based, food-based. Well, hang on, let me remember. Food-based, or food metal? Well, I know there was Gaim. Like, Gaim is the only one that ever, you know, like, used, like, directly food and whatnot as the transformation items. But... that's actually a good question. Now, you've actually got me thinking. Like, the only rider to ever use metals was, O's. And we actually just have a figurized standard of O's coming out, next year. Well, I'm expecting it next year. And, like, I'm losing my mind because I actually just 3D printed the, like, a good-sized, O's, the symbol, and I'm gonna turn it into, like, a coaster or something like that, but now that I know we've got, you know, the figurized coming out, it's a display base now. I just realized with my color scheme right now, I look like Devastator, but as a midget. I am a G1 midget Devastator.
Energy at 30% energy depleted.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm getting Tiny Tank vibes. I have a honkin' cannon for a honkin' mouse. Yeah, Devastator was a combiner made up of 6 of the smartest people on Cybertron. And their combined intellect formed Devastator Smash.
System scan mode.
6 glorified geniuses downgraded to smash.
Energy at 30%. System.
Oh, hello, boys. Like, I love it. Everything's an AC in this game. You're either an AC, an AC, an AC, or an AC with wings. Yeah, his intelligence got so high it wrapped around to 0.
System. Scan mode.
What was the person who engineered? Did Todd Howard work on Devastator? Or was it his evil cousin, Hod Howard?
Energy at 30%.
Okay, so I've got Delta. Okay, I gotta go pick up Echo. It's like this meme I found online. Games 1, 2. Games start, or, no, games 1. Games completed, 1. Games started, 2. Win percentage, 200%. Confused stonks.
Energy depleted.
Like, I want to know what game that was from, because how badly could you screw that up?
Energy at 30%.
Like, this is like Civilization and the Nuclear Gandhi. Although that created one of the greatest freaking play mechanics ever.
30%.
And why you do not piss off Gandhi.
System. Combat mode.
Like, like, I don't know why they called them all ACs. Like, what happened to the MTs? Why can't we call them MTs? Why, were people running around going, well, wait a minute, we gotta kill that mountain over there? What? No,
System.
we weren't doing that. We're not all stupid. Like, is Muscle Tracer so hard to remember?
System. Combat mode.
Exactly! Like, if an MT goes that size, okay, we can call it a mountain at that point.
System. Scan mode.
Like, no. Like, I know the scrap is on ground level, too. One of it, I think, is upper level. Meanwhile, what about the MTs that had AC weapons welded to them? Like in Last Raven, the, what was it, the bulldozer that had, or no, the crane that had a bazooka welded to it? Or the excavator that had fucking bazooka arms for some reason? Like, those things honestly made me laugh my damn ass off.
System. Scan mode.
Like, those things made me laugh like the uglies from Star Wars. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like the Y-TIE, where it was like a Y-Wing, but instead of the engines from the Y-Wing, it had the damn, It had the wings of a fucking TIE fighter.
System. Scan mode.
Like, I get it, when you're low on tech, you use anything you have available, but really? What the fuck were you on when you made these things? Like, these were... Like, I can't... as much as I want to take them seriously because I'm sure they still had the same performance, I can't take them seriously because of how fucking funny they are. It's just like this one. Someone did a video, and I'll post a link in the group later once the stream is done. Somebody did a video of Boba Fett from The Mandalorian, except the audio was replaced with Boba Fett from Robot Chicken.
Energy at 30%. Energy.
And of course it was the audio from the Star Wars special because, oh, back from the dead, assholes!
Energy at 30%. Energy depleted. Energy at 30%.
Yeah. Episode 7, Boba on the Hunt.
System. Scan mode. Energy at 30%.
I mean, this long-range missile couldn't possibly, could it?
Depleted. Energy depleted.
Like, I think we can all just take a moment to appreciate that version of, like, the Robot Chicken Star Wars specials, man. Oh my god. Like, I haven't laughed that hard in years, and I just rewatched them. Like, the last time I laughed that hard, yeah, the Book of Boba Fett is happening. Yeah. It's Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. They're doing, it's the Book of Boba Fett with the same actor who, I can't remember his name. It's the actor who played Jango Fett as well as all of the clones in at least the live action stuff. So, you know, it's cool to see that he's still, you know, around and, you know, working and stuff like that. Yeah, because in this economy, it's crazy. Like, I will admit, I have not seen Mandalorian yet. Like, I do not have Disney Plus. And because it's Disney, I kind of don't want to give them money.
Combat mode. System. Scan mode.
Because the bullcrap with Gina, that started it. Also, my family has a long-standing beef with them because we were part of, like, you know, the Disney Movie Club or whatever it was called. Where, like, for a monthly fee, we'll send you the latest movie in our roster. Oh, and by the way, we're billing you for it, too. But they billed us for a movie we told them not to send. Multiple times, because my family has no interest in shit like Cinderella. We didn't want it, and they sent it to us anyways and charged us for it. Look, I mean, if you're gonna send us movies we want, send us shit like The Incredibles. Send us the good stuff. I think we can all agree, too, The Incredibles is just amazing. Also, goodbye, Billboard.
System. Scan mode. Energy at 30%. Energy depleted.
But I heard a possible rumor going around that Darlene Kennedy is going to be fired from Lucasfilm because of... I guess, even though she's president, she's operating on, like, a contract or something like that, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me right now, but kind of makes sense.
System. Combat.
And with all the damage she's done to Star Wars, they've actually ruled that the sequel trilogy and all the Reylos can suck it, because the sequel trilogy is not canon anymore, I guess, which I'm just going to go ahead and say this. the sequels were watchable as movies. They are not Star Wars movies.
System combat mode. System scan mode.
Oh my god. Like, where the fuck is the other scrap?
Energy at 30%. Energy depleted.
Like, God, could you imagine if...
System scan mode.
Yeah, apparently. Apparently, they, like, I don't know the full, like, I'd have to go check my sources again, but apparently there was, like, a court ruling or something like that. I guess. I'm not 100%, so do not quote me on that. Yeah, no,
System
like,
activating combat mode.
look, I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. Like, I have no I bear no ill will towards the actors and stuff like that. They did phenomenal with the garbage they were given. Like, I'm kind of pissed off that, you know, that they squandered so many opportunities.
Energy at 30%.
Like, you know, the story with Finn and Poe. That would have been a good story in and of itself. Like, that would have been, no, not a good story, a great story. Like, they had a nice concept going there with, like, a stormtrooper who didn't want to be a stormtrooper anymore. Okay, well, Pacific Rim, we don't talk about Pacific Rim 2. I personally have not seen it, but I do know it's not exactly a fucking masterpiece.
System scan mode.
Like, I'm still gonna watch it. Like, I'm gonna find time to watch it one of these days. But, oh crap, here's the train!
Combat mode.
Not bad. Looks like you actually did something.
It's catching on fire!
You might actually have a chance. You made it this far. Show what you can do.
Yeah, there's also the new Pacific Rim anime.
Energy depleted.
Like, I have it, I just haven't seen it yet.
Depleted. Energy at 30%. Energy depleted.
Like, I know it takes place in between the movies, and is, it doesn't follow much any of the main characters. Kind of.
System
Any
scan
shoulder
mode.
shit, no.
Almost there. Just a bit more. Keep attacking.
Yeah, it's just standard anime fare from what I've seen. Like 12 episodes, something like that. Plus, with it being Netflix, they're not known for ordering, you know, anime in large numbers because they did that with Ultraman. Kind of salty about that.
Energy at 30%. System combat mode. Energy at 30%. Energy depleted. Energy at 30%. Energy depleted.
Now, the drones, you're talking about the support mechas, right? The little ones that were like worker pods, essentially?
Energy at 30%.
Because, like, I love the designs from Pacific Rim 2, but some of the animation choices, because I do have animation experience,
Energy at 30%. Energy.
some of what they did made me cringe from what I saw.
System scan mode.
Like, where they're all priming their special weapons and just the camera work. Like, what the fuck? It looks like somebody did that as their final project in freaking high school. from how that felt.
Energy at 30%. Energy depleted.
Come on. But I got a good joke for you for Star Wars. Do you ever think that anybody, just as a practical joke, took a picture of Jango Fett and walked into any facility on Kamino, held it up and said, "Excuse me, have you seen this man?"
System combat mode. System scan mode.
God, now if I need to recharge again, it's 30 grand. Yay! I knew that. Like, Pacific Rim 1 was amazing. Like, I'm not blaming the cast for what happened with Pacific Rim 2, but it needed to be, well, like, more thought out. Like, that's why, like, there's still a sequel to Avatar coming, not Last Airbender. I mean James Cameron's Avatar. There's a sequel to that coming. Like, if you want to talk about a plot that's bad, like, I just watched Hathaway's Flash a while ago, and let me tell you this right now, I am fucking glad I did not pay to see this movie. This was terrible. What I would pay for is the soundtrack. The soundtrack is dynamite. It's like a massage for your ears. It is that good. But the movie, I'm sorry, like, might piss off a lot of, might piss off a lot of UC fans. I'm gonna stand by it. Hathaway's Flash is terrible. As a first entry, it is terrible. Like, the worst part is, the only reason I say it's terrible is because it feels extremely rushed. Like, it doesn't move fast. Like, when it moves fast, it moves too fast. But when it needs to move fast, it doesn't. Like, as a trilogy, I'm just gonna say it has unicorn syndrome. And I love Unicorn with a passion. I very much dislike the model kits, but that's because they did not age well. But I give it, I call it Unicorn, I call it Episode 1 syndrome. Like, if you just watch Episode 1 of Unicorn, and that's all you watch, what's your initial impression? Like, do you feel that it's slow, or doesn't leave much, or just leaves you wanting more? Like, it's like you get to the end and suddenly you just got kicked in the nuts? Kind of. Because that's what it felt like watching Hathaway's Flash. Like, I appreciated the story, but it's like Char's Counterattack 2.0. It's... And, like, I love Char's Counterattack too, but there are some there are some issues with Char's counterattack as well.
30%.
And the main issue is that it basically expects whoever watches it, like there's no hand-holding. So they expect whoever's watching the movie to have seen every ounce of Gundam that came before it. Which, in a lot of cases, is asking a lot. Like, I love Zeta Gundam too, but... Like, I actually just went back and recently rewatched all of Zeta. Just because I was bored and I had a weekend. Come on, die, you train!
30% energy depleted.
Come on, I need Thomas the Immortal Tank Engine to die already, please.
Engine damage catastrophic. We can't take much more of this, Captain.
Okay. Those terrorist bastards. We don't have a choice. Evacuate all crew at once.
Yes, sir. We won't fail you.
Yeah!
Incompetent fools. You think there'll be a next time for brainless idiots like you? I presume you took care of that matter we discussed. Carol, my sweet?
Yes, sir. I have it loaded onto a freight car. It shouldn't be long now.
What I love is even if you destroy this freight car, miraculously it's repaired for this cutscene.
Until then,
Judging by its performance thus far, I'd say there's a very good chance.
it's unusual for you to pay someone a compliment, Carol.
I'm just telling the truth, sir.
Indeed. He's an interesting one, to be sure. Even if he may end up dying today.
It's me. Glad you're safe. We'll be done once the engineering team pulls out.
I don't know how that guy keeps managing to survive, much less win.
Thanks to you, Rosary, we managed to avoid losing our star pilot. I'm grateful.
Just doing my job. Speaking of doing one's
Wait a minute, where even would that section be? Because this is one of the only one,
This mission isn't over yet.
2,
As you wish,
3,
Your Majesty.
Here's your next objective.
3 cars
Follow the tracks
that
and
even
evacuate
remotely
the
match the classification of the one from the cutscene.
We need to attract the enemy's
But they're
attention.
clearly all destroyed.
Course.
System. Scan mode.
Don't stray from the route. Avoid doing anything that might endanger the engineering team.
Like with Hathaway's Flash, like
System. Combat mode.
as a movie it's fine. But if it was like
Energy at 30%.
it just feels off. Like it's not unwatchable. It's just something feels off. You can't put your finger on it, but it feels off.
This. How did you
Like
know
watching
this?
it kind of confused me because
Good, you can hear me. I just
for a
wanted to say
movie all about the suits and stuff like that, like the new model coming out and stuff like that kind of,
I don't have much time, so I'll skip
the
the
Penelope
niceties.
and the Psy were
Present for that
barely
AC of
in it.
yours.
In fact, the Messer was the only suit that got the most screen time.
Carol, is it time?
Yes, sir. I just picked up the activation signal.
And I don't have a problem with the Messer getting screen time. Like, that thing looks beast.
Well, good luck then. I hope you like your present.
Goodbye.
What on earth is that? AC at 12 o'clock.
Run! Get out
Yeah.
Energy at 30% energy.
Yeah, you saw missiles come out of the train that launched glowing fish bones, essentially, from them.
Energy depleted. Energy.
Okay, there's one of them.
Energy depleted.
I'm like, I don't mind the size of the units at all. Like, that's not the thing.
Energy at 30% energy.
But it's kind of like War in the Pocket all over again. Where, like, I've actually tallied it up. War in the Pocket is one of, like, in my opinion, one of the most boring series out there. Just because, in the end, it was kind of pointless. Because the main unit was destroyed, flushed out an airlock, later to be... and this also plays into a little bit of a rant on Twilight Axis. So maybe you can fill in the blank here. I've figured out where every part of the Tristan came from, with one exception of the backpack. That was one of two places. So the main body, of course, was the NT-1, which was destroyed, flushed out of an airlock, because it was completely garbage anyways. The beam rifle was the new Gundam's rifle, because Amuro dropped it like an idiot.
They could have stopped us in our tracks at any time.
The shield was from the GPO-1,
Return to base.
because it was just floating through space, thanks to another idiot pilot. Because, yeah, take a ground type into space, that works well. But we've got the body from the NT-1, the rifle from the new Gundam, the shield from the GPO-1, and the backpack? The backpack, this is where I'm confused on. It's either from the Mark II or a GM-3. Like, I'm not upset about the design of it. I'm upset about how bad the kit is. Let's see, I got a heat howitzer. Ooh, laser cannons. Damn, so close. Okay, that was that. Okay, that's that. Oh, it's that thing, okay. You know what? I completely ruled out Hyzak. Like, this is another longer story mission, but this is actually the shortest of them.
It was to be the Resistance's final
That
battle.
too.
The time to overthrow Father and free the oppressed of the city underground had come. Having witnessed the superior firepower of the corporation firsthand, the Resistance headed outside the city in search of more powerful armaments. The vast wasteland covering most of the Earth's surface was a bitter reward for humanity's long struggle toward enlightenment. To most in the city, the outside was known simply as the contaminated area.
There are 3 target facilities. Just follow the route and you should come up on the first one.
What's inside?
Well, you know, the good news is I'm already green, so you wouldn't know if I'm contaminated or not, because I'm already glowing.
Leon said we'd find something useful to our cause.
That's what being a migrant is all about.
Well, to quote everybody's favorite game,
Pays off.
I'm going to the one place your capitalism has not infected yet.
This conversation's between me and the
Space!
Small fry can butt out.
Ouch!
God, Command & Conquer 3, what a fucking gem that game was. Like, I can't believe, like, putting Tim Curry in a game where they just tell him to, you know, ham it the hell up. I think the hardest part for him would be keeping a straight face.
Combat mode. System scan mode.
So, what's the plan? Have our AC charge in there, guns blazing?
You know more about the contaminated areas than I do. What's our best course of action?
Just because the cranky grandpa isn't around doesn't mean I'm in charge. Capiche? You're the boss of this outfit, right? How about giving
Like,
some
all the
orders?
Command and Conquer game stories are just so fucking out there, man. But Red Alert 3 has to be the fucking funniest one of them. Where is the scrap? Okay, I know where one piece of scrap is, and it's over...
Energy at 30%. Energy depleted.
Alright, I forgot there's a...
System combat mode.
thing here for destroying landmines.
Scan mode. System combat mode. System scan mode.
See, I know there's scrap in this general area. Maybe I just need to get higher. Okay, I remember where it is now. This one, the scrap is literally you follow the route you're on and you find it.
Energy at 30%.
God, I need to get a better generator. Like,
Energy at
I'm hoping we get a new armored core at some point. I'm not holding my breath. But I'm also hoping it's not, you know, like some scum company that picks it up. You know, I'm just praying to God, you know, it's not something like fucking EA. God, could you imagine that? An EA armored core? Pay for everything. Pay for the ability to turn yourself fucking pink.
system scan
Like,
mode.
oh my God.
System
Like, I think I can speak for everybody when I say this. Microtransactions and cosmetic DLC like that
Point in making the effort.
have ruined gaming.
Next.
You knew what that was, didn't you, Rosary?
Maybe, but your loyal servant told me to keep my mouth shut, so...
That's why you didn't say anything?
Who the hell does he think he is? I figured your star pilot was too good to bite the dust anyway.
Like, I love how the rain is hitting the UI.
Chances.
Wow, you really do give a damn. I'm touched.
Like, that is a nice touch.
Won't win wars.
You're quite rude, you know. I get that a lot.
Like, I don't mind if something is purely cosmetic.
30%.
But is there any reason? Explain to me this. Is there any reason for a cosmetic like a skin, for example? I'm not talking about Fortnite, by the way. I'm talking like, let's look at Blaze Blue, for example. In Blaze Blue, they charge you for the color palettes for the characters. The color palettes are already in the game. And also, Dart, yes. This is the mission with the giant Hoozits.
Combat mode.
Oh no, stay away! Stay away! Also, I love AC5 because you can do backwards overboosting. Crap, that was beta. Yeah, like Marvel's Avengers, for example. Look, I love Square Enix with a passion, but did they really expect it to go well when they're charging $60 for the game? It's a live service game, and it has microtransactions.
At 30%.
Did they really expect that one to go well?
Energy at 30%. Energy depleted.
It's almost time.
Like, I'm sorry, I'm hearing
We don't
the,
have any choice but to move in.
I'm hearing Wizard of Oz music now because I'm hearing people singing "If We Only Had a Brain."
Why, you condescending... Energy depleted.
Because, like, that's kind of asinine. Like, 60, like, full price game, microtransactions, so we're not even getting the full game. Like, if there was extra content via DLC and stuff like that, you know, like with Spider-Man on the oh my god, I can play Spider-Man on the PS4. Oh yeah. I'm happy now. And as long as it's not PlayStation, like the PS4 Pro, I might be able to run Miles Morales too. Nice. Like, I've always wanted to play the new Spider-Man game. But if the game is set up like that, where it's like you spend $60 on the game, for example, and then the DLC that comes out at, like, say it's like not $60, let's say it's like $35, $40, somewhere around there. And that DLC adds like 10 hours of content to the game, then I deem that kind of worth it in my book, because then you can go back and replay that. But if the DLC is $40 and all you're getting is 2 extra characters, or like what Nintendo does with the Smash Bros. Bullcrap, where on average the character passes are about $45 each for 5 extra characters. I don't care how good these characters are. I don't care how good they look in game. I don't care how much time you spent working on them. That's absolutely asinine, because when it comes to Smash Bros., every time the new version comes out, we all know what's going to happen. When the new version comes out, all the old characters that were in the game, oh, yeah, so, they're all here by default. You just gotta unlock them. And not, you know, and not just, you know, unlock them with a credit card. Like, it's honestly stuff like that that pisses me off to no end. And nobody calls them out on it, too, which is what blows my mind even further. Okay, where is that scrap? Because you find all of it on the route. So if the thing starts here at this garage, that puts scrap A somewhere in the vicinity.
System scan mode.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna give Activision some credit. They gave us some pretty damn good games over the years, so I'm giving them some slack. But I do absolutely agree with you. Like, why would you, like, if you know that there's a better version of the product coming down the line, why jump on the train at the start? Because I was brought up this way my entire life. Always wait about 3 years before you pick up any product. That way, the bugs have been worked out of it. Like the launch model Switch, for example. Everybody remember how that one went, right? How they were rushed to market and like 60% of the units that left the factory were bricked on launch. Also, yes, I do agree with you. Call of Duty can go suck it. Like, do I play Call of Duty? Yes. Do I play it often? No. Do I play it online? Hell no!
Energy at 30%. Energy depleted.
If I wanted to be if I wanted to be around people who were just toxic and that like that, I would get back together with one of my exes. Like, if I wanted a toxic relationship like that, I'd play VR chat or get back to one of my fucking exes. But no, I want to enjoy something, which is why I'm unfortunately still single.
System
But
combat mode.
that's also why I don't play certain games, like VR chat anymore. Like, let's face it, VR chat is chat roulette with freaking physical avatars.
System combat mode.
Also, after having a VR headset explode on my face, yeah, I'm kind of anti-VR now.
Scan mode. Energy at 30%. Energy depleted.
I wouldn't say happy overall, more like enjoying the game and distracted as crap. Because right now, until next Monday, I got a couple of days off. Because, well, my mom's still in the hospital. Well, I'm sorry, not in the hospital. She's recovering in a care facility after surgery on her leg, so I'm preparing the entire house, because whenever you have to have excessive surgery done on your leg, you can basically take walking out of the equation for a very long time. So I'm converting the entire house to be completely wheelchair accessible. And that is one hell of a project right there, let me tell you that. Like, we're at like 35% complete on the house total, but we've got the room where mom's going to be in up to, I want to say, like 67% done. And the kitchen's a bit of a mess too, but I mean, that happens. Oh my god, what's my health at?
System scan mode.
Okay, 24 grand, I can work with that.
System combat mode.
But you know, that's how it goes. You know, do a lot of back-breaking labor. Spend the rest of the week gaming, something like that, because I'm stuck in bed recovering. Like, I try to make, I make room for fun and all that. But streams will be a little less frequent once she gets out of the home and, you know, gets here again. Because one of the things I'm going to be doing is, like, I've been taking care of her for the last, like, what feels like 15, 20 years now. So, I got to go in for certification testing now, because in order for the insurance company to pay me to take care of her, to, you know, save them a few $1,000s a month, I got to go in to get certified as a registered nurse.
Same as before. RT, get the route to the next facility. We're just wasting our time here.
But that's, you know, it's a good bad thing. That means that would make my title I've had official.
RT, the next route. System scan mode.
And I think I'd know my patient a little better than, you know, somebody who's spent like an hour with her.
Let's
see, do I have anything? Oh, right, gas tanks.
Energy depleted.
Boom! Like, if you really want to see me happen, you should, or happy, you should see me on a game called Bulletstorm. Like, that game rewards you based on how violent you are, and some days I really need to blow off steam.
Yes, boss. Cut the chatter, Rosary. I'll let you know if I need your input. Okay.
Like, Bulletstorm has a shotgun in it that makes the Halo 1 shotgun look like a pistol. Because the Halo 1 shotgun just gets rid of problems. The shotgun in Bulletstorm, if you're close enough to a target, you just hear and you pull the trigger, you just hear a squelching sound, and whatever part of them you were aiming at just goes missing. This is how you get two of the skill shots in the game. The topless and bottomless skill shots.
Enemy severely damaged. Take evasive action.
Ho!
System. Scan mode. System. Combat mode.
Where's the garage? Where's the garage? Where's the garage? I can't take another hit like that. Rosie, get in here.
You loud and clear.
Holy crap! Did you see that laser just skim by my butt? But yeah, Bulletstorm is incredible. It's, like, the easiest way to describe it is, like, you've got Steve Bloom, of course. You know, he's voicing the main character. The main character looks like Wolverine, kind of.
Main system.
Just picture Wolverine with an assault rifle, voiced by Steve Bloom, and you've pretty much got the main character. Like, it is drop-dead funny, too. Pretty much, actually, yeah. Like, one of the other weapons in the game, like, you're always stuck with your assault rifle, no matter what. But you've got, and every weapon has an overcharge. So the assault rifle, where you if you overcharge it, it fires one big blast that disintegrates anything it hits.
I'll send you some new data. New route, guys.
But if it hits something organic, it leaves behind a glowing skeleton.
Well, actually, there's one more facility that's very promising. But it's also the most dangerous.
That place? We can't go there. Don't even think about it.
Let's go.
Then you have a pistol that when you use the skill shot on that, it becomes a flare gun.
Going.
Then there's a cannonball. Oh, I'm sorry, a literal cannon that shoots cannonballs, and the overcharge on that turns them into, if you've ever used the bouncer from Ratchet and Clank, it's the bouncer. Drill gun, drill gun, drill gun. I'm trying to remember. I don't think I've ever used the drill gun. Like, my personal favorites is I run the grenade flail, because I always need high explosives that are tethered together by pieces of fucking barbed wire. Like, that is just terrifying to even think about. It's so terrifyingly cursed. I love it. I love it to absolute death. Then, of course, there's the steerable sniper rifle. Like, oh my... Like, Bulletstorm is just so perfect, and we'll never get a sequel to it. Like, it's been a while since I played Bulletstorm. Like, I got the full clip edition with the Duke of, Yes. Yeah. All of them have, the Nutshot skill set.
Scan mode.
Okay, so I've got Beta, Charlie, and Delta is actually outside of... Okay, you bitches. Nobody takes pot shots at me. But, oh my god. Yeah, I know. Gearbox is too busy on whatever the hell they're doing. Like, I don't care if they don't give us a sequel to Bulletstorm exactly, but for the love of God, you know what would be cool, since it's Gearbox? If they, in their infinite fucking wisdom, decided to put the weapons from Bulletstorm into Borderlands. Because those weapons would be completely at home in Borderlands.
At 30%. Energy.
They are so wacky and over the top, it would be perfect.
AC damaged. Take evasive action. System. Combat mode.
Okay, Uthaka, it's time to die.
System. Scan mode.
We'll be there momentarily. The enemy's here. No question about it. Scrap them all.
Beta, Charlie, Delta. Still looking. Like, I don't think I've actually played any of the Homeworld games. I was just sad to admit.
Energy depleted.
Like, was Homeworld an RTS game, or... Because I know there are a few games that were similarly named. And I just want to know if I'm thinking of the right one.
Energy at 30%. Energy at 30%.
Is that it out here?
Energy depleted.
That's what I thought. Like, I knew that the name sounded familiar. Like, any RTS game, like I follow Spiffing Brit over on YouTube. Oh my god, like, have any of you ever seen his content? Like, he is out of his damn mind with the way he plays some games.
Energy.
And the worst part is, he wins.
Energy depleted.
Like, there are some RTS games I play for fun, like, obviously the Command & Conquers, because those are hysterical. But if I had to take a, like, just put a favorite on one, it would be Command & Conquer Generals 0 Hour with the Xenoforce mod. Because the Xenoforce mod, and like, this should come as no surprise, coming from me, adds Gundams. It adds the Gundam General, the Zaku General, and the Macross General to the game. And the Gundam General is OP as fuck. Like, what's an ability you would attribute to Xeon? Colony drops, right? Nope. Gundam General. You get the ability to drop colonies as the Gundam General. You also get access to, like, this is scarier than anything else, really, a multi-warhead nuclear missile. That when it goes into the area, it's a cluster, it's a MIRV, essentially, a cluster MIRV. Except it's full-scale nukes. So from one missile, it breaks, and then it deploys 10 more missiles. This is enough to completely annihilate an enemy base. And if you really don't like the enemy, you simultaneously nuke them and drop a colony on them, just for good measure. Like to coin a phrase from any Ace Combat game, what sort of Belkin black magic are they up to? Oh wait, I also forgot I have access to one of my personal favorite games because I also bought it for the PS3. I forgot I had access to this. I have Metal Gear Rising on my PS3 as well. So that's another game for Steam. I mean, it's an amazing game because the memes, Jack. The memes. Plus, I mean, in what other game can you rip off a unit's arm, like cut it off, grab the remnants of the arm, and proceed to use that arm as a gigantic sword against it? In no other game do they let you do this. Finally, a weapon to surpass Metal Gear. Like, I wish I could say I've played Ace Combat 7, but I haven't. The last Ace Combat I actually played was 5. No, I'm sorry, Assault Horizon. I know, that one's the most controversial among Ace Combat fans.
Energy at 30%. Energy depleted.
But when I saw, like, I got it on, I think I got it on, like, Humble Bundle or something like that, and a bunch of other games for, like, $1. So for what I paid, it was very enjoyable, from what I remember. And if my friend could hear me say that now, he'd be yelling at me at the top of his lungs. I'd be able to hear him from halfway across the states. Where the fuck is the garage? Like, it has been a while since I've replayed. Oh my god, is that Echo or is that Alpha? Nope, that's Delta. And I need to resupply before I do anything. Where is the garage?
Energy at 30%. Energy depleted.
Like, that's how I remember Assault Horizon 2. Like, it was a very cinematic game.
Energy at 30%. Energy depleted.
Like, for what it was, like, I enjoyed it. And I'm sure the second I go back and replay it, I'm sure my opinion will very quickly change. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Let's make this... If we're gonna do this... We're going to do this in a blaze of glory and bullets. The Order. The Order. The name sounds familiar, but I can't really remember that one too well. Because I've only had, like, the ability to play modern PC games, and I can't really say that with a straight face because there's no way in hell I can. Oh, yeah. I know the one you're talking about now. Yeah, that one. That was I think that came out on PS4. So that's a pretty much current generation game.
System energy at 30%. Energy depleted. Energy depleted.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Energy at 30%. Energy depleted.
Like, if there's one game that, like, should go cinematic, but really, really shouldn't, I'm gonna say it's the remake of Resident Evil 2?
30%. Energy.
Just with Mr. X. But then, to pull everything out of the terrifyingness, they install on the game the mod that makes it play X Gon Give It To You every time Mr. X is nearby.
Energy at 30%. Energy depleted. System energy.
Because that makes the game a lot less scary, let me tell you that. You just turn around a corner and you hear, knock, knock, open up the door, it's real, but the non-stop pop of stainless steel. Like, you just hear freaking X Gon Give It To You. Like, that is...
Stock in that sixth sense of yours.
Oh, God, no.
Going down, right?
I know exactly what it does, dude. Fucking... Really? Really? A Speedo mod?
I'm looking at
Oh, my fucking God, man.
contamination.
Also, here I am in my nice Jolly Rancher colored tank.
It's too late.
What's that, RD? Rosary, get to the chopper now. Hurry and lift off.
That thing will tear us to pieces if we try to fly out of here.
Like, the AC looks like something I would paint on my kits.
We don't stand a chance. So what do you suggest we do then? If that's the case, just give the order. What? I never... You heard all that, right?
Yeah.
Something that
To
big
quote
is gonna
Scary
have
Movie
more
4,
armor.
we're gonna make our own tripods, man. Except ours are gonna have 4
When
legs.
it takes a shot. That's your chance. Hit it with everything you've got.
System scan mode.
Keep going. It may be big, but it's not invincible.
Not a single clue. We are suspecting, however, that they might be arms
Look
forts.
at its legs.
You know what? Yeah, it could be Omer. This looks just crazy enough to be one of their damn designs.
Energy depleted.
Don't let your guard down. Keep going. It can still move? That's one tough SOB. It stopped. I'm beat. You did it. I don't know how, but you did it.
Like, back to that whole rant about Marvel's Avengers. You know what? As much flack as I give it, the story was pretty decent.
You really took that monster down. I can't believe it.
Is that the best you can do? Get ready to scram. I've already given it the once-over.
Thanks, Rosary. I knew that in the back of my mind, but
You're gonna beat it, right? father, I mean. You can do it. Remember, there are people who believe in you.
This is ridiculous.
It's like an office building with legs. It's almost like it's half an arms fort.
We should have hauled ass while he was fighting that thing. It's not like you to take risks like that.
But it's a lady's prerogative to change your mind, right? You just listen to Big Sister, and we'll be fine. Okay, RD?
Yeah, right.
Yay! Okay, I know Spirit of Mother Will was not made by Omer. It was either GA or... Actually, given the boxy nature, I think it was GA that made it. I think Global Armaments made it. Ooh. Which means one of the scrap I picked up. Yeah, lasers here are kind of, it's like laser rifles in Daemon X Machina. They're kind of useless. You know, with exception. Like, I'm not saying all laser rifles in Daemon are useless. There are some that are really useful, and others that really aren't. Oh, that's why it's the plasma gun. Great googly moogly. The freaking consumption on this thing. Like, it looks good. Laser rifle, decayed, of course. Actually, no. The laser rifles and stuff like that. Yeah. Exactly, thank you. Yeah, they overbalance them to death, then forget to give them infinite ammo. Like, look, I wouldn't mind it, you know? Like, give me a laser machine gun that does 1 damage and consumes 1 or 2 damage and takes 1% of the energy gauge to fire. Now we're in business. Or just do like a, like a laser pointer type weapon, essentially. You know, like a sentinel beam from Halo or something. It don't gotta be powerful, so long as it's, capable of reducing an entire city to atoms. Oh god, the sniper cannons. These with a tetrapod AC allow you to fire them from in the air. Let's see, is this the laser cannon? Yep, I don't think there's anything I can do to make myself stronger right... Oh, wait a minute, I never checked the heads. I checked everything that I wanted to except for... Okay, it's ugly, but I'll buy it. Yeah, I know, right? It's like you put a fucking cover at the end of the gun barrel. What the hell? Well, I guess that's how they achieve the splash effect, because, you know, they stop it halfway and it just sprays wherever it wants. Let's see, bipedal midweight. Do I have anything better available? Nope. Like, I love the look of these. Kind of. These ones are all over the place. Nope. After Last Raven, they nerfed a lot of parts into oblivion. The hover legs are gone. Quadrupeds are now called tetrapods. And they have special abilities. Like, for example, if you use a tetrapod with a sniper cannon, you can't move. That's more a characteristic of the gun than anything else. But the tetrapod actually fires pile bunkers into the ground to stabilize the legs, giving you massively increased accuracy. Like, it's one hell of a trade-off. But we no longer have optional parts. We no longer... Like, the jump from 4 to 5, the stabilizers were removed. And I think we can all agree the 4th generation AC games were just a big troll anyways. Like... Get 100% on AC4. Okay, cool. You're going to start the next half of the game and take all your stuff with you? Well, we got some good news and some bad news. Oh, crap. Yeah, it's kind of like that. See, we here at Sega didn't want to pick up the second part of the game, so we sent it over to Ubisoft and they renamed everything. So what you can do is you can take your blueprints, but none of your parts. Well, thanks. I just wasted 20 hours of my life. Thanks. Enjoy this flaming middle finger. Oh my god, flash rockets. These are... No. Let's see, CIWS is completely useless. Optical chaff, completely, like, absolutely useless. Semi-useful. Okay, we are completely maxed out on the stats for now. Tell me about it, man. Like, I miss, you know, I miss the missile interceptors. Like, freaking Ninebreaker is the one game that taught me one thing about the chest from AC3 and that started in Silent Line that went all the way through Last Raven. That chest that had the 4 missile interceptors, that thing could shoot down Titan missiles. It is the only chest in the game that can shoot down large missiles. And that thing was terrifying. Yeah, the really heavy Crest Core, the one that had the 4 missile interceptors, the one that in Silent Line was also Exceed Orbit, but then they later changed it to Standard type, so that it was just for weapon storage, because I guess having Exceed Orbit on that was just too OP. Like, it confuses me sometimes about... Yeah, and it wasn't just that it had Exceed Orbit. It had Linear Cannon Exceed Orbit. This thing fired blasts the size of a Kurosawa round that moved as fast as a Kurosawa round that had the range of a sniper rifle. No, you know, it's just a little fucking broken. And by the way, it had not one, but 2 of these pods. And it had a 350-degree firing arc. Meaning this thing could fire backwards. In fact, it was so OP that if you had it at the start of the game and went to the arena, like to the actual arena map, not the arena area, if you went in there, you would win regardless, because that map is only about 800 meters long, which puts you within which puts the enemy within 370 meters of your effective range. Like, they'd have to back up an extra 371 meters for you to have a shot at missing. It was ridiculous. It really was, like... Exactly! Exactly! AC3 Arena. Gain all your money you'll ever need for the game here. Lose it all in the next mission because you got your ass handed to you by an MT. Huh, that's actually a good way of doing it. I never thought of that. Yeah, I think it's time for a change of games. Because Armored Core is getting a little tedious now. So I'm going to swap the games out real quick. Let me just put a game under there I don't really care for right now. Let's put this down there. Like, oh my god. Like, any game where you can customize your character, love to death. Which is why the game I'm going to switch to, of course, it comes as absolute no shock for, you know, my channel and stuff like that. Since this is where what I kind of started streaming in the first place. But I actually had to learn a little bit of Japanese to play this game. Because it's not in English. At all. So give me one moment. I'm going to go grab a drink and grab an ice pack, and we'll get the next round going. And I have returned. No, I do not want to sign in to the PlayStation Network. Because this is my spare system, and I don't want to nuke my account for the third time in a year. Let's see, circle, no, wait, X. I would love to, actually. Because, like, I take Breaker seriously, because I have the entire Breaker franchise. Like, I have, like, almost, like, 900 hours on Gundam Breaker 3. I don't know if you can post images here in the chat for the stream, but I actually have my phone next to me, so if you post them in the group... Oh, you did. Yeah, no, like, go for it, man. If you ever want to post in the group and stuff like that, go for it. Dude, what the fuck are some of these fucking memes, man? What the fuck? Dom. Pteranodon? Terry the Pteranodon! Oh my god. Like, the weirdest part is, dude, we have, like, one of the shops we have out here has nothing but GOGs in it. I can make this. So thanks for the idea. Like, the GOG isn't even that expensive of a kit either. As far as the high grade goes, it's like $10. Let's see. We did. Great Canyon is done. Space is done. Okay, we're at the Panama base now. So, anybody who wants to, start blasting the Van Halen now. Because Panama!
地上作戦に組み込まれることになった。パナマ基地への共闘法を築くため、君は新たな仲間と共に先遣隊に参加する。出撃準備完了です。
Oh yes. Meanwhile, at the bottom of the sea...
アークエンジェルより皆さんへ作戦スタートです。頑張ってくださいね。
Yep, Titus arms and Zaku legs.
さあ行きましょう。この距離なら今回私は別にショーマちゃんと働けよ。
分かってるよ。美人とご一緒できなくて残念だ。
あら私もさ。
Yep.
バカ弟子を頼むよヒロリコ。
I needed something a little faster than Armored Core, because I was dropping frames at an alarming rate. Like, I can see the dropped frame count. It wasn't that bad.
なあおっさん。おっさんはやめてくれよ。なんだ。
Oh yeah, I know.
先生に手を出すなよ。
The only way I can fix that is if I take the, is if I drop the entire stream offline to fix that. The program is smart, but really stupid. Okay. Well, somebody wants to die. Because I'm still pretty new to Twitch. Like, I've been doing YouTube for 11 years, but I'm still, like, ridiculously new to Twitch. The fuck? Dude, I've been meaning to get... Yes! The goose! The goose! You know Tall Goose too! Okay, there's no way Gatto's in there. Be very, very quiet. I'm going fishing. Like, I actually heard they're going to be taking down that statue at the moving Gundam at Yokohama. I heard they're going to be taking that thing down in a couple years. Like, I can believe it, too. Like, that thing is a ridiculous waste of power. Like, as cool as it is, it's a waste of power, and it is extremely costly to keep running. Teasing me with the fucking perfect Zeong. I've been trying to get my hands on the master grade of that forever. Like, I've been trying to get my hands on a select few master grades. At the top of my wish list right now is, because I have so many Strike Gundams, I want the sword and launcher equipment, and I don't care if it's the ones from the Premium Bandai set or the ones from the Sword and Launcher Strike Master Grade set. Like, I would prefer to get them from that, so that way I could have it. Meet the Heavy if it was a gym cannon. I feel no good. Oh, that's scares me. Like, I actually found out how far, like, I heard one of the last suits from, like, the Gacha or something like that was the Gelgoog Vertex or something like that. I actually did a little digging into that. I found out that in Japan, that suit was available, like, 3.5 months ago. Oh no, power drain. Yep. The hell, that guy's just vibing like crazy. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure their Vertex is a decent suit and all, but like, finding out that yeah. Like, the Gelgoog Vertex was actually made available as a model kit recently. Holy crap. Okay. No, y'all are not launching my ass anywhere anytime soon. Oh no, what is it this time? Like, I can believe that. There are a lot of situationally useful suits. The what? Never even heard of that. Is that even UC timeline? Because I know Battle Operation 2 is nothing but UC at the moment. Like, with a name like that, it sounds like it's from Victory Gundam. Oh, okay. So it's in the Gaza series. That gives me enough on it. We don't really need to go anywhere, but I want to get this. Huh. I've actually seen this thing. This shows up very briefly in Unicorn. Like, very, very briefly. Like, I'm sure there are ways to make everything, but they would not purposely make a bad character. Like, for example, in Action Time Onin, if you pick Yuki Kaze, dear God, you just pick the Death Star. And yeah, I can believe that. The MSV catalogs are where they're pulling, like, everything from right now. Like, even on Premium Bandai, it's getting out of hand. Like, Premium Bandai, they have completely lost their damn mind. Okay, how about you lock onto the Gelgoog beating the crap out of us? Oh yeah, I don't doubt that. Like, the Zogok, I've been trying to get my hands on, like, for a bunch of projects that I want to do for a bunch of customs, I need, like, all of them. And remind me, the Marine Zaku is the one that basically looks like it has a missile for an arm, right? Or am I thinking of a different one? Because I think it was called the Zaku Mariner. Also, yeah, Gaffrins! Okay, this one is different. Yeah, that one's a little different from the one I was thinking of. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I don't know why, like some of the suits, like, in, like, Gundam and stuff like that, like, first bit of modeling advice I'm gonna give you right now, absolutely positively skip the real grade Zakus. Like, skip most real grades. Oh, the Ashimar. I actually have the high grade of that. That's a fun kit. Like, I love the font. I love the Macross donut. I really do. I can believe that. The Ashamar never had a beam saber.
お前らぶっ飛べせな
Oh, thanks for giving me that idea. Now I want to get a damn Zoc even more. Thanks. Because I have the mobile Haro. I don't know, I live online. Yeah. Untitled Tallgeese game.
やったやった目標の撃破完了終わったな
I actually have seen this thing. I don't know where I know it from, but I have seen that. Like, that actually reminds me of an LBX I know of, Titan. Yay, I got the worst head I can put on this thing. Ooh, Gaffrin head. Yay, I got the Act Guy body. And a Zagok body, yay. Like, I've seen those arms before on something else that I've seen recently. Like, I know they exist in kit form. Well, it's got power drills for arms. Of course it'd be a monster in melee. Dude, this thing looks like it passed one shot or one punch you with flying colors.
パナマ基地攻略作戦が開始された
What the fuck?
アークエンジェルを迎える準備をする
That is so damn cursed, man. That is fucking cursed. Let's see what I got new in the shop. Okay, so there's Yakushiki, Victory Gundam Dash. Ooh, Build Strike full package. Zagok. Ooh, Blue Destiny Unit 1. Johnny Ridden Zaku 2. That's 14B. That's Johnny Ridden's Gelgoog, I think. Nice. The Gaffrin and... Oh, ho, ho. Stark Jiggin.
Mi 男性用ノーマルスーツ型女性用ノーマルスーツ型コスチュームですこちらはレンタルですので現在着また来てくださいね
Like, I love Breaker 2. Breaker 2 has the best story. Breaker 3 has the best gameplay and everything. And I love that we launched from the Archangel. Yes, the O and the Kapul. I have the Momo Kapul high grade. Like, that kit's really damn good, and of course, obviously, the standard Kapul is based on will more than likely be premium Bandai. If Bandai ever decides to get around and release it. Like, ever since Bandai started the premium bullcrap, oh my god, it's gotten so bad in recent years. Because now they're moving regular release products to premium Bandai. Yeah. Kapul. Like, it's funny you should mention the Kapul. I actually just got my hands recently. Last Monday. I actually just got my hands on the new material model Turn A Gundam, which is the die-cast, you know, Chogokin figure from 1999. Like, I picked it up locally for 25 bucks. And it's 100% complete. You know, articulation's not the best, but it's 22 years old. That is so cursed. Like, why would... Like, wait a minute. That's an F2 under... No, that's an FZ under all that. That's a Zaku Kai. Why would it need 4 arms? Monkeys. Like, kind? That is, you know, it's stuff like that that makes me think that, yeah, Gundam, not exactly real robot genre anymore. And I know we kind of left that territory after G Gundam happened. That's the suit, I know. Like, hell yeah, I'm gonna check out, that game. By the way, how much, space does it take up? Give or take. Like, rough estimate for Battle Operation 2. I'm gonna assume that was a typo. Because I don't know how, like, I think the PS4 base model had, what, a 500 gig hard drive? Oh my god, that Jagan is gorgeous! Also, thanks to the PNGs, I'm actually learning how to make my own decals. So, these are gonna be, this will be interesting. Like, so to make your own decals, you really only need 3 things. An inkjet printer with color cartridges, water slide paper, and decal bonder. That's pretty much all you need. God, I gotta get off these legs at some point. Oh yeah, I know, like, I'm not gonna make them for, like... Yeah, no, they're not like that. Like, I'm gonna make physical decals to, like, put them on kits and stuff like that, like... I mean, what would be kind of funny, you know, like having a Jagan decal on a, like an actual tank or something. Like, I'm not just doing it with that, I'm doing it with, like, any image that piques my fancy. Ooh, nice Pale Rider. Yeah, that's the Vertex. And they're charging an arm and a leg for that as the high grade. And all they did was they changed the backpack on the old 144 Gelgoog that they did years ago. Called it a new thing. Yeah, I know about the captured Pale Rider and stuff like that. That's the one that Zeon did, because the original Pale Rider was a literal death sentence. Not only did it force the pilot to fight, but it had nasty side effects afterwards, considering there was zero regard to pilot safety given to it. Yeah, pretty much. The actual high grade is the old Gelgoog and the premium Bandai Re-Gelgoog, which is the old Gelgoog with bigger shoulder pads. That's all they did. They switched out the shoulder pads. That's a Zaku 3. Yeah, they actually make a kit of that. The Zaku 3s, though, are just really rare. Unless, of course, you're planning a trip to Japan anytime soon, at which point, try and visit a Gundam factory. You're not wrong with that. The Zaku 3 was basically the... This guy got stunned in a freaking... Wow. Look at this! Look at this shit! He can't get up!
Help! I've fallen and I can't get up!
I'll save you! Ooh, that's a rare part I needed. An HCAD. For something for the Mark II. I think that was the bazooka. Get GM3 out of here. Wow, that actually sounds like a pretty useful skill to have. Oh my god, it happened again! Except this time he figured out how to get up. That's a Zeta 2. Actually, I have the high grade of that thanks to a friend of mine. And nice upskirt of the Hyakushiki. Wow. It's been 5 hours. Wow. Holy shit. It's been 6 hours already. Holy shit. Oh. That's how you know the game's feeling great. He was standing, then he wasn't. Excuse me, I just got a nickel knuckle sandwich for you. Yeah, that's one of the two. That is one of the two statues. That's not a meme, by the way. That is a solid 24 karat gold statue, 1/100 of the Zaku 2, specifically Char's unit. There is only 20 units made globally. They did the same thing with the Gundam one. And it's also approximately 250,000 US dollars. Look, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say this. I'm a bit of a hardcore collector. The second we pass the $50 mark for a statue is the day you can take it and shove it right up your own butt. Because, I'm sorry, who the hell was this thing actually made for? $250,000. Like, my first question is, who the hell in this world, other than Elon Musk, can just sink $250,000 on bullcrap like that in this economy? Like, if you ask me, that's Bandai trying to get enough funds to last for another 10 years. Also nice. Freaking Queen Mantha. No, let's go with the Queen Mantha. It doesn't matter. It's the correct pronunciation either way. Yeah. Oh no. I've been mini-me'd! Death by midget! Well, look, I like Bandai. They've made some really good stuff over the years. But when they drop the ball, they don't just drop the ball. It rolls down the hill and falls off a fucking cliff. Like, I'm already like $5,000 in the hole thanks to my plastic crack addiction. Thanks, Bandai, for getting me back into that one. It was bad enough before with just Lego, man. Yeah, I remember hearing about the Psycho Gundam being added to Battle Operation 2. Like, I had heard rumors for a while that it was going to be like a playable character or something like that, but glad to know that they just pulled, you know, the typical fare of, yeah, it's in the game. Till it's not. Oh yeah, I mean, like, I'm sure there will come a day, but they'll never add the big ones. No, Zagok. This is not how it works. You don't claw me, I claw you. Yeah, when it comes to like Battle Operation and stuff like that, any game that's focused on the whole gacha market, they intentionally do that. Like, I'll try the game out for sure, but if I don't like it, it's probably getting uninstalled. Like, does it operate like standard gacha games where you have so many action points or something like that? And if you use them up, you gotta wait like an alarming amount of time in some cases. Like for like Asphalt 9, for example, the recharge time on the the higher up in the classification you go for vehicles, the worse it gets for retimes. Or for the recharge time. So, like, say you wanted to use a Lamborghini or something like that. Since that vehicle classification is Class A, also, holy crap, I think we're going to have... Yep, perfect grade! Mark II Titans. So otherwise, like, if you wanted to, say, spend 8 hours in the game, you can just spend 8 hours in the game. There's no bull crap. Like, you have X amount of points, and each time you play the mission, it costs set amount of points. Because that's kind of how it is with Action Time On, and that's how it is in every free-to-play game I know of short of Warframe. And honestly, my experience from Crossfire might help me, so... Oh, so it does it automatically with, like, if you get doubles, it just merges them automatically? Because Time On, and it's not like that. Like, they charge you, but that's because the doubles, everything in the game has a special ability. Literally everything. And one of the ultimate weapons for Asagi, which I believe was her original ultimate weapon from the original base game, is called Naraku. This weapon, for every hit you get successively, it does 8% more damage. No, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. For 8 seconds per number of hits you get, and the hits do stack up, so every time you land a successful hit, the timer resets. It does an extra 1% damage, stacks up to 50 times, but the second you get hit, it undoes itself. I'll look into it, because I wanted to check it out. Because I'm already going to have a few games on the PSN anyways because of my my account, because whenever they were doing that state of, like, is it called the state of play or something like that? It was where Sony was giving out free games and whatnot. I claimed Ratchet and Clank on there because, yeah, Ratchet and Clank, like, that is my jam. Hey, no problem, man. Thanks for coming on down. I'm actually thinking of calling it quits here pretty soon myself. Because I haven't slept yet. Easy S rank. Alright, see you around, man. Nice. Got the X's torso, and it's got the machine cannons. Mark II's arms. Zagok legs. What the hell? RMS 179. Ew, that's the GM2. Ew. Hello. And the satellite cannon becomes selectable. Good parts. The fuck? Dude, that's like fucking... That fucking... Megas XLR wannabe you posted in the chat. Yeah, that backpack is from After War. Oh, it's a Wooloo! Pretty sure I can salvage it. I just gotta clear out some drive space first. Let's see if I unlocked anything new. Yes. Start Jagan and then... Hey, Gelgoog! Char's Gelgoog. Like, I know a while back they were having a big watch-a-thon in the Gundam or the Gunpla Reddit, which I really caution against. Like, there are a lot of toxic users in the freaking like, I know I don't need to say that. A lot of toxic users on Reddit. Alert the fucking presses. Let's see, your versus mission. Gundam, Gun Cannon, Gun, Tank, and GM as the enemies. Like, I'm still trying to get my hands on a Gelgoog at this point. Like, I don't want to get the 1.0. I want to get, like... If I'm going to get the 1.0 of anything, it's going to be the high grade. But I really want to get the 2.0. Like, one of my friends would say, oh, yeah, like, the 1.0 is fine and stuff like that. The 1.0 is not fine, okay? The 1.0 was retired for a reason. I can relate to that. The fuck is that? No, seriously, the fuck is that thing supposed to be, man? Oh, yeah, the Hyakushiki Kai, that thing. Like, actually, I don't think that's the Kai. No, it's not the Kai. I actually saw somebody make a, like, I'm waiting for the day Bandai decides to. Like, if Bandai decides to make that as a model kit, oh yeah, sign me the absolute fuck up. Yay, gun cannon arms. And yeah, that thing. And I've been on a trucking run or two, so I know how big a 16-wheeler is. We had one of those converting trailers too, so we learned a couple of things that day and during that entire trip. I can sleep through anything. I can straight up sleep through anything. Yeah, that's a little much. But we actually got a pretty decent model kit of the Bjarlant that came out fairly recently. Like, what amazed me even more is, like, we have the Bjarlant Custom, which came out first, and then later the Bjarlant, the standard one from Zeta, came out, and it wasn't premium. Yeah, anything that eats rocks. You pretty much described Arizona in a nutshell. Come on! Die! Oh, random lag spike there. Like, I've been wanting to try out the Monster Hunter games. Those look pretty fun. The hard part is I really don't know where to start. Well, that was a complete waste of time. Nothing new. Oh yeah, I think that's it for today. Or at least until I get some... Until I stare at the back of my eyelids until they decide to give me an answer I want. But yeah, thanks everybody for coming out. Didn't expect to have a crowd this interactive. Was nice. And yeah, we will definitely do something later on in the group too. So this video, if anybody's interested, will be up on YouTube to view the entire thing on demand in or around whenever the hell YouTube feels like it. So again, thanks everybody for coming out. Hope you all come back for the next one.